What's up, everyone? Daddy Robux here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Call of Cthulhu story that Tarantagash has been unfolding for us. I'm gonna turn it over to him so that he can set us up for today. Go ahead, Taryn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our tonight's game. We're continuing our adventure in the Horror in the Orient Express campaign, where the party is searching frantically all over Europe for pieces of their MacGuffin, the Sedefkar's Simulacrum. In last week's session, they found a broker in Lausanne that had a scroll referencing this simulacrum. They were able to they were trying to track it down. They actually ended up in a dreamlike world, much like the Dreamland Express previous episodes. And they had to defend Mr. Wellington from this horde of people. With a good defense of him, they were able to recover the scroll, running as fast as they can to the train as a horde of angry villagers came after them. Boarding the train, they were able to watch the crowd disappear into the distance as the train pulled away. And as Fred and John Everyman woke up from this dream world, Fred had in his hands the scroll, the Sedefkar scroll. And that's where we're going to pick up. Yes, Fred and John Everyman, you guys are a little winded. You did run very quickly to the train, but you feel oddly rested even though you're out of breath. And I believe it was Fred who had the scroll in their hand, or was it John?
It was John, actually.
Yeah, John grabbed. That's right. John had grabbed it and ran faster than Fred, which is surprising because police officers are probably pretty spry at this time. So they're on the ground in this compartment where they fell asleep on the train, and materializing in Carl and Mr. Moore looking down on them. You see a scroll materialize in John Everyman's hand as they both wake up.
Oh, so they found it.
It does look identical to the other scroll you have that Fred found under the bed.
Can we compare the two? Like, open them up side by side?
Sure, if you'd like.
Are there any differences?
So you break the seal on both of them. Which one are you looking at first?
I guess I'll look at the one that was in this dimension plane of existence.
The one that was under the bed. Okay. You crack the seal on that one. This one had more of a fresher seal, like had been recently done. You crack the red seal and unroll it, and it's blank. Looks like it's a forgery.
Okay.
Okay. You want to go to the second one?
Sure.
All right. You crack open the seal on this one, and you find, does anyone speak Arabic? No Arabic.
Latin? Anybody?
I think anyone knows Arabic. That's fine. You see
No call?
You see a scroll.
No Arabic.
It looks like you can, history people, anybody who knows anything about history or writing in general, know this is Arabic writing. Luckily, there's another, there's papers inserted within the scroll as you unroll it, and it looks like it's some sort of translation to it. You see a summarization on these translations. This scroll is written by Sedefkar Osmanli. Concerns an item in his possession, the Sedefkar's simulacrum. In this scroll, the Sedefkar prophesies that he will soon lose the simulacrum, and so praises it and makes a record of it in a set of 5 scrolls. This scroll is the first of 5, and is referred to as the Scroll of the Head, being the thoughts and history of Sedefkar. 4 missing scrolls are the Scroll of the Belly, concerning the worship of the being known as the Skinless One, the Scroll of the Legs, a series of body effects a body affecting magics, the foundation on which Sedefkar's power is built, the scroll of the right hand, a ritual which awoke the statue and is the driving force of Sedefkar's power, and the scroll of the left hand. It contains a ritual which balances this power, a necessary ongoing sacrifice. The scroll is a rambling, insane document. The author has not set down events in any form or order, making it difficult to follow. Most detailed description in the document dwell on torture and skinning of human beings. And here's a small sample of it. You can read that at your leisure. The translation is of the full document, though. So while you can't read the original scroll, you can read this. It seems like it would take about 10 hours to fully study the document.
Wow. It's a long time. Well, I'm pretty beat already.
Keeper question: is Carl with them right now or no?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
I'm just saying you were in the room when they fell asleep. You were sleeping. You were feeling under the weather as you stayed on the train, and they came back to your cabin where these two fell asleep, and you woke up just in time to see the scroll materialize in your hands.
Hey, welcome back, man. It's been a minute. I'm actually glad you're here. I wanted to say thank you, man. That big cheer that you gave us last month
certainly take a look at this.
for the first
Seems
time
quite the
in
reading
like
material,
2
that's for
years,
sure.
I have
Snippet that
cleared
we're reading
the
right now.
DM
Is it
reward queue. Everybody
is
who
it
was
something we
waiting
randomly see? Is it close to the beginning?
redeem their points and claim an item.
It's just
has.
a sample.
And that was
passage.
because of
you
so
pull
thank
up
you
a
very
random
much.
part of the page
Yes.
of the translations, and that's
Yep.
it.
Mr. Moore will
Nobody
kind of
is
recoil
waiting.
at reading this and get away from the scrolls as quick as possible.
That's fair.
Of course, all your money is gone now.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it
it's
was worth
morning.
it.
You guys are again fully rested, even though you did do the whole running thing, John and Fred. But yeah, the day is yours. You have a day and a half basically until you make it to Milan, where the next stop of the train is.
Carl is going to simply start by taking a cup of coffee, and he's going to spend the amount of time needed reading this material as much as he can.
Okay. So you're gonna spend the full day reading it. It's like
Fully.
7 in the morning.
Use that day still in the morning to read as much as you can. It's good reading material. Sounds fun.
Okay, so you have coffee. What else would everyone like to do? Would anyone want to read it with them? You can read it side by side if you want.
Mr. Moore will also get some coffee and grudgingly help out.
Okay.
Fred has had enough of that stuff. He's gonna let his mind take a break, and he's gonna go and start the day off with a shot of whiskey.
Shot of whiskey.
Yep.
Right. Got you guys were on the map.
Bringing back some whiskey for this coffee.
Will
That's
do,
early.
Mr. Moore.
Okay. And so for the morning, you guys are just gonna sit around reading and doing your stuff. Got it.
Hey,
John,
Roger, thank you for the year. Appreciate that very much. Glad that you've enjoyed the community enough to stick around for an entire year, and hopefully we'll be looking at another one next March.
All right, let's say.
Oh, he's talking in the little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? What was the question? I missed it.
While Carl is reading this transcript,
so I would be hanging out in the same car with Carl, just kind of listening, talking with him if he'd like, and then while this is going on, I would be writing down my own observations in my notebook. I am a journalist and a reporter after all. I want to record our journey so far.
Okay. All right. So you guys get your coffee. The afternoon bell rings for lunch. I'm betting since you guys just drink coffee for breakfast, you might be a little peckish and want to go get some lunch in the dining car.
gonna try to eat after that messed up stuff I read.
Sure. All right. So you all make it to the dining cart? Or just...
Yes.
Okay. Great. All right. You guys are all seated in the dining cart, and you slump into an empty table. There's a bunch of high back. The dining cart is peculiarly set up where it's not like it is set up. It's more like you guys have been ushered into the cathedral cart, and it's tables there instead of it actually being like the dining cart is currently set up. So it's a lot of high back chairs and circular tables.
Thank you for the biddies, baby. Appreciate that.
And you hear a conversation from the waiter behind you. Monsieur, would
Activated
you
the
be
hype
dining
train.
with us today? And
So go ahead and
response
donate
is
them
a,
bits. Try and get it
"No,
going.
I
Earn
think
yourself
I
some
will
emotes to
with my
use and
friends."
keep.
And those three of you that were in the village last time recognize that it is the Duke's voice. Gentlemen, if you'll excuse my bluntness, I've come to a point. He comes as he sits at your table. The waiters bring a chair and let him sit at your table.
Eric coming in swinging with the
You give
5
it to
gifted
me,
subs. Appreciate that very much.
I will destroy you.
Gomo,
I asked for it.
you're not already a sub,
answered
man? What the shit is
prompt
that?
I'm in a bit of hurry.
Urzoth Lascelle, welcome back, Urzoth.
Well,
LB,
you can just
LB
hurry and
Hackermup,
skedaddle
LB,
on out
lots
of here
familiar,
because you
familiar
know we're
faces
not gonna
today.
just hand anything over.
Hello. Thank you again for the gift subs, Eric. Appreciate
Well,
that a whole lot.
Before anything, why exactly do you wish for this scroll?
Well, it's from my domain. They stole it from me. An unfair trial. And well, I want my property back.
Oh,
And so
I
you
wouldn't.
do the right thing and give it to me now. Or again, I will just have to there will be dire consequences.
Question before we answer. The translations that we have are a separate scroll, correct?
They
Yes.
He wants the Arabic scroll is what he's indicating.
are. That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say they stole it. I would say they borrowed it. You see, the scroll is also very useful for us, and we are studying it as one would for scrolls. And we plan on giving it back.
But you
We
can
just ask for a little bit more of your cooperation, and you have it back.
I have no time for that. You will give it to me now.
How have I read the scrolls or not yet?
You're about halfway through. Halfway
What
through
is
the translation.
Is the scroll visible from where he currently is?
No. You guys have it in your cabin, I assume. You left it there.
One thing that we can keep in mind, as individuals, not our characters, is that we're not reading from the original scrolls. We're reading from the translation.
Right.
We don't speak Arabic.
So do we need the original scroll?
I'm leaning. Repo is leaning towards we do not. I hope we don't.
Well,
No.
I'm okay, but then there's this whole like Voltron thing going on if we assemble all the scrolls, right? Like we don't want to relinquish it so easily.
Yeah.
Because I mean, how else are we supposed to assemble the simulacrum's power without all the scrolls done?
It's a great question.
I mean, well, of course, if that were an actual thing, obviously.
What does this guy
illusion.
look like again?
He's a larger man, very, very rotund. It's kind of surprising how big he is. I don't think I can share his picture that I used for him with you guys. He's grotesquely large.
Well, I'm a larger man, but I am not
I resemble that
rotund,
remark.
but I
Right.
have very swole muscles with my strength
I
of
like that.
90. So I'm just going to, I guess, try to intimidate him. And, with my beefy arms and just like kind of look at him and be like, you don't want this, pal.
Trying
You
to
need to
flex him
leave.
into submission.
You
Or
notice
leave us
he has a sort of a satchel with him. You're not really sure what's up with that, but it looks like his leather satchel with him, a Vizil.
You know, I am very perceptive. Looking at this satchel that he's carrying, would I be able to just kind of look at it and try to see if maybe I can if I can perceive like the shape of like a weapon or
Sure, absolutely.
yeah,
Go ahead and give it a shot.
Spot hidden or what would that be?
Oh yeah, go ahead and give it a spot hidden.
Oh, is it?
It's in the middle, I think. No,
Yeah.
I know it's on the right side, middle.
There it is. I found it. Hey,
good.
That's pretty good.
With a hard success, you notice. So you look at the satchel. It's on his side. It doesn't. There is something in there, but it does not look like it's in the shape of a gun. It looks more like it's like a loop or a couple loops in on itself, like a coil of something.
All right,
but definitely not a gun.
So without seeing something that would register weapon, then I wouldn't bother sharing or talking any further.
Okay.
Because there's no apparent threat.
Sure. Now, so again, little time on at this point. So you can give me the scroll as I have it commanded, or there will be consequences.
Oh yeah. What kind of consequences?
Does this one speak for all of you? I'm just curious. Is this one speaking for himself?
I mean,
well, I am curious as well.
Yeah.
To be honest,
you're not. You don't have any
Not overly
legal
fond of
authority
commands.
to take this scroll,
Awesome.
right?
Besides, I imagine you are a smart man, and
Need
oh boy,
a power roll from Fred. Power roll.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Beat a hard.
Okay.
hard, damn.
You failed.
Oh,
He looks at you, and you guys are on the train. It's moving. If you look out the window right now, it's over like a ravine. You're on like kind of a bridge going over a ravine. It's about 60 feet down. He looks over at the side, looks at you, and is like, "You want to leave this train as soon as possible. Run out the door right now." And Fred, being compelled to dominate, hops out of his chair and starts running towards the door.
I freaking book it towards that door. I'm like, God, I gotta get out of this
Hold
train.
on. Wasn't I near Fred?
What?
What wasn't I near Fred?
We're all near him. We're all at the table.
Yeah. So
jump up and shake him.
I would just kind of like throw out the clothesline and whoa, what are you doing?
Do I understand what just happened?
It's a contested brawl roll, I think.
Well,
we'll do a contested strengths. Fred
Oh no! Good luck, guys.
As that is happening, can I do some sort of roll to understand what just happened?
Sure.
Oh no!
Fred breaks free. Did somebody else want to try and get him as well?
Yeah, Mr. Moore is going to do the same thing.
All right.
Good luck, friend.
Oh no!
All
Do
right.
I have to roll again?
Yes, because you could fail.
Okay.
Oh my!
Why are you so
God.
slippery?
Fred,
I'm strong.
Can I try to trip Fred?
Sure. Go ahead. Give me,
we're trying to restrain him and stop him from harming himself. You're just going to extend the leg.
Dexterity for that.
It's slightly better.
Okay, dexterity for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I do dexterity as well?
You do dex or strength, whichever you want to do. It would have to be a harder bet.
Oh my god!
Are you kidding me?
You just kicks through your extended leg.
You really want to die, don't you?
All right,
We're trying to save you.
You guys hop out of so Fred hops out of his chair and he starts running. You see John Everyman try and clothesline, and Fred bats the hand away. Mr. Moore tries to grab him around the waist, and just raw brute strength. Fred breaks the hold and keeps running, and you see this deftly acted try and trip maneuver from Carl, which somehow the sheer strength of Fred's movement really takes you in as he just barrels through it, and he gets to the door, opens it, turns to his right, and jumps off. Narratively speaking,
Wait, did I jump off a bridge?
yeah, you're on a bridge. It's about 60
Oh,
feet to the ground.
You just
goodbye.
died.
Yeah. So you jump off, and for the first 2 or 3 seconds you're jumping off, you think, oh, this is the perfect thing I need to do. I feel so much better. And then your body starts to rotate, and you see the train disappearing off in the distance, and it comes, the domination then ends. And you're like,
Oh, crap. Well, I'll
What-
be seeing you, little brother, very soon.
and yeah, unfortunately, you guys see your friend hitting the rocks below, and the staff of the cart is freaking out. We're like, oh my god, let me get it. Somebody jumped from the train, and then they run up to the conductor and say, we need to stop. We need to. You can feel like somebody pulled the emergency line, and the train is starting to slow down on the tracks. It's just a sudden lurch as the train's slowing down.
So I have a
Carl is just
question.
looking at the man. What is the check that I need to do to understand what just happened?
Yeah, that was my question. Do we, because I mean, this is the first time we've seen like a spell or some kind of external like power. Do we suspect what just happened? I mean,
Would
well,
you
I
know-
guess we would, right? Like we heard
Would you
him
know
say,
also?
"You want to
He
jump
said
off the
jump
train."
out the train. We know.
You would, but you wouldn't understand what had happened.
Yeah,
Right.
I wish to understand it. Would that be an occult for
Sure.
it?
There's, unfortunately, you haven't come across any Cthulhu mythos yet.
I have come across the thing for. I have how to make the power circle stuff like that. It's not magic, but it's something that relates to magic,
Let me see.
and I know how to do it.
So 0. I'm just check the right hand side under crafts and on art, and check your Cthulhu mythos score.
Yeah, I don't have that,
Sure.
but
Yeah, none
but
of
I
us
did.
do.
I don't think we ever added, but I did learn how to do the power circle.
But it
You
wasn't
start with
Cthulhu
0,
mythos.
so that's the thing. Go ahead and you did know how to do the power circle. I should have given you 5 mythos for that. Go ahead and roll a Cthulhu mythos and see if you can figure it out.
Let me add them 5 and let's roll it.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Nope.
Nani. I got
So
decapitated
you
by a
guys
Dracula.
know something
remember?
happened. You know something compelled your friend to jump off of the train because you know your friend wasn't
That's-
suicidal. Because
How-
you saw what happened and you know that it is supernatural in nature. I'm gonna give you all 10 Cthulhu mythos.
Thank you.
Just put 10
Yay.
points in your skill. You know something peculiar just happened, and now you feel the train slowing down. He's sitting there calmly, looking at 3 of you on the floor around you, where looking off to where your friend died.
Oh, I'm still in the chair. I
Oh,
try to trip him from the chair. Just boop.
Calmly stand up and walk over to him,
Okay,
spit on him,
okay,
and then punch him.
and then punch him. All right, give me a brawl skill.
Oh my god.
You will hit him if you hit.
This is
I
gonna.
won't.
Can I try to stop the punch from coming true?
You're not really next to him.
No, right?
While we're
Okay.
talking about what everybody would do, remember, John has no real ties to these people, right? I'm just kind of tagging along for the story. So
Right, you just got.
as Mr. Moore goes up for the punch, I'm just gonna kind of put my hands up and start backing away into the crowd. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to deal with this.
I'm just gonna look at the man, and since that David missed, I'm gonna say, wait, David. What just happened?
Well,
Looking back at the man now.
you're looking at him. I commanded your friend to jump off the train, and he did.
Oh yeah, how did you do that?
Oh,
That's
no
my
big deal.
secret.
I just told your friend to.
I intend to keep it.
Yeah, okay.
I wish to learn said secret. And I
Uh,
understand as well that you did this to frighten us, and I understand also that you wish to have your item back. And yes, you could command us to get the item and command us to do that as well. But if for some chance we are able to do something, it would be very annoying for you. I am wishing to give you back that item. I just wish to understand how this just happened.
If you join the Brotherhood of the Skin, then maybe you can learn it. I had to join this organization, and I learned it over time. I guess that's something you'll just have to investigate.
And what is your name, if I may ask?
My name is
Yes.
Duke Jean of Flores de Asson.
Very well. I'm making out of character. He's making a mental note to remember the name, because he will ask for revenge afterwards. But then he goes,
The name. Okay.
well, more. I'm afraid we have been outmatched at the moment, and trying to fight would probably just cause the both of us to die as well.
Get that.
I understand the anger, as it's not. Fred was also somebody that I enjoyed.
So, which of you will be getting my scroll?
I
Body.
will do so.
I
Don't
have it right here.
if
I
you-
actually just went and got it while everything. Here it is.
Which one do you give him?
Every man just got the scroll, so just every man just gave the scroll.
The scroll that has the Arabic writing on it. You got that?
Absolutely.
He grabs him, doesn't even check it. Grabs it. It's like that was the right maneuver. He puts it in his satchel, and then he pulls from it this.
Before you leave,
Yes,
one more question, if you allow me.
of course.
You mentioned this brotherhood. How can I find them so that I can learn more about them?
He laughs in your face. It's not my time. You figure that out yourself. He pulls out from his satchel an ordinary braided horsehair rope, but it's unusual in the fact that it's woven in on itself, and like an unending loop, like several feet in diameter within. And he kind of murmurs a few words, picks up the satchel in his hand, flicks the rope in a circle over his head, and with a gesture, it drops over him, and he disappears along with the chair he's sitting in.
Well, that was gods, Fred.
We'll go ahead and give you 5 more Cthulhu Mythos. You saw him cast yet another spell to teleport himself away. So you should all be at 15, and we all know Carl will be at 20.
Yes. What just happened?
Oh, it just happened. You guys cowered to this guy who killed our friend.
Did you wish to die as well?
Come on.
Could have stood a better chance of just handing it over.
Truly, you don't believe that that man actually compelled our friend to expel themselves from the train.
Oh no, Fred was totally suicidal. He just decided it was a good time to get up, run to a door, and jump out of a moving train.
More, do you remember when Boomer died? Do you think it would be wise for us to continue fighting?
Who's Boomer?
An old friend. Just an old friend.
Okay, so that concludes this chapter as you make your way into Milan.
Fred's death. Boom. Congratulations. Finish the chapter.
Kill him. Both guys die. All right, so you guys gain. Those of you that survive gain us 4 insanity. Go to the next chapter.
Wait, we gain insanity after our friend just died? Okay.
Yes, because you still recovered the translation, so it's just a completing chapter. But your friend died. You can wash it if you
Do
like.
we return our current sanity?
That's just added to your sanity.
Okay, so I'll be at 58 then instead of 54.
And again, the sanity is capped at 99. It just starts out whatever the second number is. So, so they the train stops, and they're able to recover the body of Fred Crump. He's quite dead. He's broken in many different ways. They don't. They just let you see his face so you can confirm that it is in fact him. And then they put him in the baggage cart. And you guys have that it takes a while for the train to get going back up to speed to start heading again towards Milan. But it's the three of you, Carl. Brandon is sleeping in this cart right now. So,
there is one thing that could have gone worse. I think if Brandon was here, his phobia of trains would increase even more.
Okay, so you guys are going in the train, and do you finish? Do you finish the translation?
Oh, at the end of the day, like after that, I'm going to the bar and getting some real hard liquor right now. I'm not finishing translation today. I'm finishing someone else. So the other day.
Mr. Moore diligently study the translations. He wants to know.
I would want to look at it too. I'd want to see what's so important that that man was willing to threaten us.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's actually a book. Book readings in Cthulhu have impacts on your sanity and your Cthulhu mythos.
Oh, I kind of want to read it now. Damn it.
You don't gain any spells from the scroll, but reading books, like if Carl had been there to read the book that you found in German last time, it also has like scores and things you can do. As far as
do we still have that book with us?
it was in the library and you weren't citizens, so you couldn't.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, that's how books work. You can spend a certain amount of time reading them, and after you read the full thing, you have you gain a certain amount of Cthulhu mythos. You have a chance of gaining some spells if while you read it. As your Cthulhu mythos increases, though, your sanity starts to decrease. Your actually cap sanity starts to decrease. So you start at 99, and your cap should be decreased. So
we should have 79 right now.
Yeah, yours should be 79. Everyone else should be 84 capped.
Okay.
Sanity,
Can we mark that somewhere? Because my cap is only 65 right
now. You can do the edit on the sheet. You can click the edit at the top of the sheet. And
so you want me to actually set my cap to what, 84?
84, yes.
Okay.
Set your cap to 84, and
current.
As you read more books and get more Cthulhu mythos, those numbers will start to offset each other.
I ain't scared.
You're not scared.
I'm
Okay,
scared.
so
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
I will try to read it the next day, if that matters.
As dinner rolls around, or dinner time rolls around, you hear that there's a singer, a world-renowned opera singer, in the dining cart, kind of singing to kind of liven the mood of everybody in the cart. And they know that you were specifically close to the person that died, so she personally invited you to dine with her this evening.
Mr. Moore will skip and continue to read.
Yeah, after some hard liquor, Carl would probably return to his room, and I mean, he's probably a little bit drunk, but he would still try to read the book a little bit, and get less drunk as time goes on, because it would be hours and hours of reading the book.
Okay. So does no one take the opera singer up on her invitation, John?
I'm politely declining the invitation for her.
John?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
You're gonna go see the opera singer. Everyone else is gonna stay in their cabin. That
seems like it.
She's a bit disappointed, but she's like, "Oh well, I can appreciate the people, dying that are your friends, and well,
yeah, I didn't know him though, so I mean, I'm okay."
But I want to do something nice. I know I've dealt with Hardik and my. Normally, I travel with a large entourage of people, and every city I go sing in, they put me up in the most lavish of hotels. I'm about to sing the Aida in Milan at the La Scala, coming up over the next week, and I'd like you and your friends to. Well, I will give you tickets to our opening night, I'm sure that will help you guys hopefully get over it. Or not get over it. You can't get over something so dramatic. but I'll also put you up in the hotel where I usually stay. The rooms are beautiful, and hopefully that'll bring some semblance of comfort to you and your party of friends. It's just so tragic.
Is it?
Yeah. And then she it's a beautiful woman. She's 22 years old, blonde hair, green eyes, just stunningly beautiful woman. And she gets up and sings some songs for the entire car, and it's just beautiful music. She's a soprano, so the highest of highs, the glass starts to rattle a little bit as she hits that higher pitching of music, and you and her have a wonderful evening together. She drinks a good amount of alcohol and is quite flirtatious with you by the end of the evening.
I'm oblivious. I don't even register.
Okay. She
It has been lovely, but I think I should be off.
she gives you a peck on the cheek as you go.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the evening. So of the group, we'll say at this point, Fred is the only one. Now Fred's dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Why you gotta burn him in like that, man? Kill him again.
More probably. You stay up all night reading.
Yes.
Okay.
I do as well. After some time, I'm probably back at it and reading as well.
Okay. So you guys will finish reading up the book. And you'll get to this is not huge. I get probably a bit liberal on giving you the mythos, but that's fine. You guys finish up the book, and you gain 2 to your Cthulhu mythos for reading it, and you both lose 4 sanity points.
Sounds about right.
Wait, so we gain 2 wait, no, only him, or what's going on?
Only me and more. We gain 2 middles and we lose 4 sanity.
I was reading it before.
Yeah, but you didn't finish reading it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the sanity you lose is from the current pool of sanity that you have, but your cap goes down by 2, and your Cthulhu mythos increases by 2.
No spells, unfortunately.
No spells learned. You do learn about the head of the simulacrum and how it relates to the pieces, as explained in the second.
Brandon.
Brandon,
dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What? Oh man, I overslept.
Brandon,
and Fred is dead because you overslept. Look at him. Look at what you did.
If we had one more pair of hands to stop him, it was
Brandon,
the train. The train killed him.
Oh no, bro.
You wake up to your friend the next morning, and apparently you took a little bit of the sleep potion. You slept overnight, and you wake up to your friends lamenting about Fred and what a great guy he was, speaking in the past tense. And as you come to realize, the story of it is your buddy Fred was compelled to jump from the train while the train was going over a bridge, and he fell to his death. Go ahead and give me a sanity roll with a bonus die, because you are arrested, but you're on a train and something traumatic just happened.
Hey man, I don't have that phobia anymore, but okay, let me give you that sanity roll.
Okay.
As soon as my character sheet loads.
Sure. All right. No, he can't. He was asleep for it, Fred. I'm sorry. He was not there for the event, and I'm not going to retcon him to see.
No. It's just like to see if he was there, like just to see if it would have been helping or not. It's not backtracking. It's just sort of curiosity.
Sure. Let's see if we can get more get Brandon a little more.
Just so we can say shame on you for sure.
A little more growth for Brandon.
Hey, Brandon's character sheet is still waking up. Okay.
gods.
Yeah. Some trauma.
Okay. Also, the name, the cult he mentioned. What was it exactly?
A Brotherhood of the Skin.
The
Have I ever
Brotherhood.
heard of it before?
You know that when you came across Count Fenalik and the cave, he had mentioned that there were other parties going after the simulacrum, and he's like, the cult, and you can probably figure out that's what he was alluding to.
Hmm. Okay. Oh my God, Brendan would have would have
All right,
probably
there.
saved.
I'm fail my sanity. How much do I lose?
Just 1d4. We'll do a 1d4. What's going on? You lose 4 sanity. Sorry, but we're not going to do any kind of temporary insanity at this point. It's fine. You're kind of getting over that whole thing. Yeah, if you had been there and rolled that 10 on the extreme, there would have been no way for Fred to have broken free and jump off the train. But that it is what it is.
Brendan was leaping.
And I, as much of a tragedy as this is, I can't blame someone for wanting to jump off a train.
That's fair. I will grant that premise to you. Okay. It's the next morning. You guys will arrive at Milan later in the afternoon. John probably relays to you about the opera singer setting up a hotel and giving you guys tickets to the coming opera. And so you guys have about, you guys will arrive in Milan around 2 p.m. It's currently 8 a.m. So you guys have some time on the train to reflect and do whatever you'd like. They did get us a translation of the scroll, Brandon, so you can read that if you want. John, you can finish reading it if you want. It's up to you guys. Carl, you can probably do some more drinking if you want. I'm sorry, what was that?
I'll go read it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure that's not what he said.
And we'll just say for brevity's sake, you guys complete it. You both lose 2 sanity for reading the scroll. Your Cthulhu mythos goes up by 2, and your maximum sanity decreases by 2. So
who's that for? Me and or for Mr. Moore and for Carl, or I thought they already finished.
they did. This is for Brandon and Everyman.
Sure.
So Brandon,
no.
explaining a little earlier. So your maximum sanity is currently 99, not 38.
You said it just decreased?
So it just decreases from 99 to 97 because you have +2 to Cthulhu Mythos now. So every time your Cthulhu Mythos increases, your maximum sanity starts to decrease.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Wow, Brandon, you are suffering for some sanity right now. You did get 4 sanity for completing the last mission, so I
Giz, 40 months. Thank you for all the support, man. Appreciate you very much.
All right.
You excited for Saturday? Oh, no, wait.
Good. Everyone's doing good here. All right. So you guys spend the day reading that. You get to the Milan train station, like I said, about mid-afternoon. And when you arrive at the station, the train slows down. Probably feel to stop, and you start disembarking. The train will be here for about 4 days. It's got to do a bunch of refuels and refits, and there's got to be an investigation into a passenger jumping off and how he was able to jump off from such a luxurious and secure train. So you guys are going to be here for a bit while that gets resolved. The police are probably going to want to talk to you guys eventually at some point too, since your friend was the one who jumped off the train. But as you disembark from the train, the station looks like a bomb has hit it. There's rubble lying in heaps around. Gray dust covers basically everything. And as the breaths of the last gasp of the steam engine start to dissipate and fall off, the whole area is quite quiet. There's nobody on the platform save for the people disembarking from the train. It's just remarkable how empty this station is. After just a few moments, you hear the squeaking wheels of baggage carts. The squeaking of the wheels. And you see these two drowsy-looking porters start to appear with these baggage carts. They're very subdued and shuffle past those of you that are getting off the train. Anyone? Okay.
Okay, suppose we should be off. This was.
As you guys are getting your luggage situated, Katrina comes up to John and say, "Oh, it's so good that you're here. It's such terrible business with your friend, but I do hope you'll take me up on my offer to come to the opera tomorrow night. My assistant here," and she points to a young man, will take care of you. I've been told I need to go to the opera immediately. Normally I would just go to my hotel and rest, but apparently they need me right now. So maybe we'll try and meet for dinner this evening if I can. If not, then I will see you tomorrow after the opera. We can have dinner at that time. And at which point she kind of walks over to the curb, and there's this beautiful black vehicle there. The driver is out front, opens the door for her. She gets in, her luggage goes in with her, door closes, and the car drives away. You're sitting there with the assistant of Katrina Cavallero. Well, gentlemen, it appears that we will be putting you up at our hotel. That is quite all right. They usually reserve at least a floor for us, so plenty of space for the four of you. We will happily accommodate. If you will please follow me, we will get a taxi to the location.
Taking a taxi to where?
To the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, they're putting you up at a very, very snazzy hotel.
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, they're putting you up. It's a very extravagant place. It's the Grand Hotel, number 9. Grand Hotel Marino National. Just a ridiculously extravagant hotel that you're at.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys are there. I'm sorry, no, you're not at the Grand. You're at the La Galleria Vizzero Emanuele, number 3. I apologize. The big cross in the center. That's where your starting point is. Not big cross in the center.
Very on, bro.
Hey, Disco.
That's
It
where you're
is
at.
the game with the spaghetti monsters.
the
Although we've
city
not
just,
yet encountered
but
one.
as you go and you travel,
Vampire.
the driver of
crazy,
the taxi that's taking you to the
psychic
hotel
guy.
is just very, very lethargic with getting your luggage and putting it in the trunk of the car and then strapping some to the roof. And it's taking him a long time just to get stuff going. And if you look around, it's a very gray feeling city, like the pale winter light just permeating throughout the entire area as you get into the taxi to take you over to the hotel. And even when you get to the hotel, same thing. It's just a gray bleakness to the city. And what would you guys like to do? It's about late afternoon at this point.
First things first. The place where we're right now. Just from remembering, Is it a big city place? Yes, right.
Milan.
Yeah.
The third biggest city in Italy.
Wonderful. Is there a library?
Uh-huh.
I would like to go to the library.
Okay.
Is Kurt stating why he's going to the library before he goes?
Wow. Kurt, you say you're going to the library?
Where
Kurt?
where is the library?
Carl.
I'm looking at the key.
Sorry, Carl.
Yes, Carl. Yes, he's going to the library.
What are you going to look at?
I was thinking, who's Kurt?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's all good.
I felt like it's not bad.
What are you going to study at the library?
Well, this is a big city. I hope there might be some information about what we've seen. Specifically, I'm trying to look for the name of the British skin.
You
For that.
you know that there will be a library at the university in the south, the University of Milan town.
We'll join him and pretend to be an assistant if needed.
Okay. You get down there and it's going on dusk at this point, but you get to the library at the university, and you're a professor. You know how to navigate the trail of the university relatively quickly. You get to the library, and it's just this big sign, in Italian on the front of it. Do you speak Italian?
I wish. Does anyone here speak
I
Italian?
speak Latin. Is that close enough?
Kind of is. Not gonna lie.
Go ahead and give me a Latin roll.
I'll have you know. All right, it's in John's backstory. The reason he knows Latin is because he is a Roman Catholic. So Italian.
Give me a Latin roll, and we'll see how it fails out.
All right. Oh, I should probably click over here so I can see what I roll. That's not good. It's not great.
No.
No.
Yeah, you would have been a hard success just to succeed on that. You don't know. You don't know at all.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna try again, man. Oh.
Oh, he wants to do a push. Totally misinterpreted.
Yeah, I try to read it again, but this time I take my hand into a little claw and I go, "What's the matter, you?" And it doesn't work.
yeah, it reads as follows. I'm just gonna put it in chat because I don't want to butcher it. That's what it reads on the door.
Chiuso per British service.
Chiuso per. I believe chiuso means
cheese.
use per restriction.
It's like
or
a
something
sausage,
that.
right?
Chiuso per restituzione.
Does it appear to be
Use
open?
per institution?
Sorry, what?
Appear to
Use
be
per institution, I believe, something of the kind.
I know it's the 1920s,
No.
but I'm gonna Google this shit.
Wait, hold up. Because this is where my URL life skills come in place. Restituzione. Restitution. Restauração. Oh,
Ah,
that's so like something like renovation, I think, like rebuilding or something.
Mm.
I don't know what chiuso per means. I know per is for. I don't know what chiuso means for.
Mhm.
I have no idea what chiuso is, but I think it's maybe it's close for renovation.
Does look open?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is there anyone around?
You get to repeat. There's students.
I'll approach one of them. Actually, people don't speak a lot of English now in the time we are right now, right? Like in generally compared to nowadays. I'll approach one of the students and try to speak French, maybe.
Okay.
See if one of them knows French, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, one of them knows French.
Hey, there we go.
And you're able to discern from speaking to them, and they translate the Italian to French to speak to you, and it says closed for renovation.
It's good when your home language comes from the same place where Italian's home language comes from.
So yeah, closed for renovations is what it says. The person you're speaking with has advised that it's a semester-long project for the history division, and that they are restoring a bunch of. There are a lot of restoration and renovations going. All the books have been moved off-site. She doesn't know where, and getting access to them would be. Like she has to go. You know, she just basically has to rely on the book she owns currently to get the work done, which is kind of cruel, but you know that's the way it is.
Okay. Fun. Is there any other libraries here in Milan or not? Just the university one.
It looks like just the university. I remember, looking at
Mm.
my map versus your map. It doesn't look like it's.
I didn't say the history group. Can I try to find where the history, section of the university is?
Hey, how about while we're here, we head to the U.S. consulate embassy. See if maybe we can get a translator or someone to someone that can help us navigate the city.
That could be a good idea, actually.
Consulate guidance.
Your robot. I can't hear anything that he said.
I notify the consulate to notify his next kin.
Right, you could contact the consulate to find his next of kin. Got you. Consulates. They aren't in every city.
But
is the thing.
There is one in Milan.
Are you sure?
Yes. Opened in 1865 as a consular agency under the jurisdiction of the consulate in Florence, and subsequently Genoa became a full consulate in 1874.
All right, thank you. Looking for that information presently, so
I just had it off the top of my head, you know.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I rely on you guys. You know obscure facts. All right,
All those
so
weekly trips to Milan.
It is getting late. It is getting late. You're going to suspect the consulate probably is not open at this time because
then we get drunk until tomorrow morning.
Yes, it sounds like a perfect plan. Nothing will go wrong with that idea.
Sure.
Nothing wrong at all. That sounds great.
Yeah, there are a lot of really good bars in Milan. A lot of great places to drink. I'm sure you could find any number of dives. You could go to a really dive bar and remind yourself of your dead boomer friend, or you could go to a police bar and drink to your dead police officer friend.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Okay. I think Carl would probably try to go to sleep if he can't. Actually, didn't find the library, but Carl would try to walking around the streets. Maybe try to find. Could you have found a map, perhaps, in the university of the city or something of that kind?
A map of the city?
Yeah.
You have one.
Okay.
The map you have is you now have a hard copy of it.
Because I want to try to find one of those. Oh, also could I try to get a diction like a English to or French to Italian dictionary?
We tried that before. He shot us down.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate. Then you know what? I don't speak Italian. I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna go.
Speak anything but good old American.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you can look around maybe tomorrow for some sort of dictionary if you really feel like it. But nothing is open right now. It's how you'd expect in a metro, in a city around this time. Once it starts getting later in the day, when it's dark out, people stop being open to their work days are much more compacted.
Close? What is this?
Closed for business, right? All right, so you guys get drunk. You remember your friends some more, and you get up the next day for the breakfast. There are various newspapers for you to read. Again, the staff of this place is again very lethargic. You know, it's quite peculiar in that regard. But yeah, there's newspapers and anything for you guys to read. If you want to read some newspapers while you eat your breakfast, you can do that, or you can chat amongst yourself. It's up to you.
I'm gonna eat the breakfast
Yeah,
and
talk to these
just read the
nerds.
newspaper. Yeah.
Try what? You can,
Oh, just read the newspaper and then I'm gonna go to the university, try to talk to the consulate, try to get the translator. And
there's a giant headline, and this is a newspaper. It's in English as well as Italian. There's two versions of it, and it just splattered across the front of it is a very upsetting headline.
Oh.
is it about Fred?
Oh.
Missing. I just posted it. Police have expressed fears that soprano Caterina Cavallero may have been abducted from the Milan Station Centrale. The singer has not been seen since she lit from the train from Paris yesterday at 1 p.m. Since she has not returned to her apartment or attended rehearsal at the La Scala, where she was due to sing part of the Aida, which opens tomorrow night. Arturo Toscanini, the music director of the Scala, has confirmed that he has had no contact from the singer since she departed from Paris. Please request any member of the public contact them if they have any information on the whereabouts of Signora Caballero. We heartily urge all Milanese to join in the search for our most beloved star.
It's really funny because none of us have any emotional connection to her. Didn't even care about going to her show.
John is
know,
girlfriend
I
there.
had drinks with that woman just a day or so ago.
She is also putting you up in a very nice hotel.
Oh,
She's bankrolling our hotel?
Yes, I explained this to you a couple times.
I might not have been listening at that
Yeah, we
moment.
got a sugar mama.
We were, we just suffered a trauma recently.
That's fair. That's fair. I will forgive at this time.
Why is she paying for a hotel?
out of just saying.
You know what? I don't actually care about the reason. I'm pretty sure it's because she likes my face. That was why.
Out of compassion for your friends killing themselves, she felt sorry for you and is like, well, you guys should be put up somewhere nice. And she put you up in a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, shit. That means we're
Wow.
suspects.
Shouldn't have done.
Because now we have a connection to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So that's what you see. You see that news article.
Did we see her coming out of the train at all?
Yeah, she talked to you and told you to come with her assistant to the hotel.
And where is her assistant right now?
You don't know. They seem to have disappeared. They
Sus.
probably went back to her apartment. You don't know.
I deduce that since she left the train with her assistant, he must be involved somehow. We should tell the police.
No. She gave us her assistant to go with him to this hotel. She didn't leave the train with her assistant. Right?
She got into some sort of vehicle when she left.
Oh, do you remember what type of vehicle it was?
Yeah.
You can give me a history check
Yeah.
if you know.
Can it be intelligence?
History.
It was a nice black car.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, 1 point. Well. I'll
Anyone
let you
else?
have this one, Carl.
Thank
I want
you,
to burn
Carl.
my luck. I'm running low.
Cool.
Same here.
The car that picked her up when you were there, it was a Alfa Romeo. They're manufactured in northern suburb of Milan. It was just a very beautiful, sleek, top of the line Alfa Romeo.
Now a question from a person that is too young to know this information. Did cars in this time of age had car the numbers? I forgot the name. Plates, I think is the word.
Yeah.
In English. Yeah. Were there car plates? Because with a hard success, I at least remember part of it.
Time out. time out. Why would you preface that with "from someone too young to know"? We all wouldn't know that. But you think we were born in the 1920s? Get that shit, dude. Like, I know you're younger than me and Taryn, but shit.
They do exist. They did exist at the time, and there was like a large rectangle plate with 2 lines on each one. You think back with that history check, and you don't remember seeing one on there. Like the plate where it should have been was empty. So it might have been a just off the line Alfa Romeo, like they took it from the factory, sort of thing. Is what you think, or you're trying to deduce.
Okay. Well, we do have this information. Might be useful for the police. We should probably tell them before going anywhere.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the police?
Yes.
I don't want to answer that, Adam. Because no.
But like, do you still have the swords with us?
There were a lot of channels that did not have colors.
God damn it.
Yeah, it didn't turn back into a gun when you got back. It stayed a sword.
Which is
There
crazy
still a
because, you
question
know,
that I never did.
it's the
Is- could I
80s.
try to
Like
appraise the
color
sword?
TV
Try
existed
to, like,
by then, but
like see material and stuff like that. Because
I remember
Carl
not
is
having
an
one.
antiquarian.
Do you want to see if it's valuable?
In a way, yeah. Like, see, take a look at it to get a feeling for the sword. Besides, it's just a sword.
It's just like a generic sword. It looks beautiful.
It's like iron sword, specifically like, I don't know, silver sword,
It-
something
It's
weird like that.
It's a polished iron.
Okay.
It's very, very well polished iron, so it looks sleek looking, like you would see in
We're in
the old
French.
movies.
Canadian.
Did it look the same to Fred swords?
Yeah, I think Fred put, or I think Nami put a picture of the sword she picked in the chat somewhere. So it looks like whatever that is.
Afterwards, I believe we should try to perhaps see if anyone knows more about the swords we found.
What?
That could be useful. By the way, Everyman, I never asked, how do you think that we obtained those swords?
You must have had them in your luggage, obviously.
I believe Everyman is AFK at the moment, so let's go to the police.
I was muted. I believe they were already as part of your luggage.
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't know you. I didn't see what you brought onto the train.
That is fair. Valid argument.
Okay. All right. So you guys go to the police. That's a good place to start. The sergeant kind of looks at you guys and it's like, "You four know Katrina, our jewel of our city. You know her."
Well, we don't know her. She was very kind to us and offered us a place to stay out of kindness, as we had lost a friend recently. We do have some information about her, as we did see her leaving the train. And I forgot to write it in with the car off-game character. Speaking of it with the car, I'll say it with the car, like the type.
Yeah.
With no plate, it was a black car.
Go through this. Go ahead and give me a credit rating or a persuasion roll.
I will go.
Sarah can do the same.
Let me see which one is better here, real quick.
Great rating or persuasion.
Credit rating and persuasion. See if the police will actually listen to what you're saying.
Where is credit rating?
It's on the.
Okay, found it. And where's persuasion? Do you even have persuasion?
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, it's on the left.
Persuade.
Right.
Okay, found it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess credit rating will go. Nope.
Brandon. Looks like.
Oh wait, what about John? John
There
done?
we go. Let me do
Yeah,
credit.
but wait, where is it? I didn't see it.
It can be credit rating. It's on the top right,
Right.
right next to firearm skills.
Bro, let me pull out the platinum card.
Oh, so it's in the skills. Okay.
Yeah, Brendan just pulls out like on a golden card actually of the police. So
Yeah.
I know her.
He's his yeah. It's
Aha.
brainer. The
I'm quite
cops
broke.
like, they realize the importance of Brandon being a rich person. to the point where they're like, "Oh, please come this way," and they usher you past these people protesting in the.
Wait,
you know,
we're with him. Wait, protesting?
there were people who were protesting just outside of the police station. They weren't letting you in the police station until the credit rating thing happened. So you're right outside. There's like 6 people there protesting. It's signs say "Justice for Spinola," but they're like, "Let us get you out of this rabble, kind sir." And they quickly, like, there's a group of 4 cops surround Brandon and usher him in. And then they look at the 3 of you. You two, I suppose, should come as well. And then they usher him in. They put him in a seat. They put him in the captain's office and put him in the captain's chair. Bring him a cup of coffee, and then bring him like a assortment of pastries to eat. And then the captain, sitting in one of his chairs with his lieutenant sitting in the chair right next to him, are staring at you intently, Brandon, seeing if there's anything they can do to help you, while there's 2 cops flanking you on either side of you. And the 3 of you are relegated to the back of the office. And they're all intently looking at Brandon.
Yeah, I could probably use like a glass of water or something.
Water. And they snaps his finger. One of the cops on your right bolts out of the room, just hauls. He goes out. He gets a cup, brings it back to you, and it has ice in it. And it looks like the most refreshing thing you'd ever drank. He sets it, puts a napkin, a cloth napkin down, puts the glass onto. You can see the condensation dripping down the side onto the napkin.
You policemen over here really got some great customer service.
We know how to treat those the privileged you, sir. You said you had some information about our beloved opera star. We and they bated breath and look at you.
Yeah, but where did my friends go again?
Huh? You
said that we were like separated, right?
No, you guys are all in the room. They're just in the back of the room.
Okay. I'll like call over my buddies to share the information. I'm like, yeah, we found some stuff about it.
Yeah, they're forced to stand in the back. No kind of concession given to them other than they are acknowledged to the fact that they can stand in the back of the room.
Not very nice.
And the chief, the police captain, kind of looks at you. Very well, sir. And then he looks at you guys. All right, servants, what can you tell us that your master found?
What?
Well, obviously, this rich man has porters and people that take care of him. You must be those people. And then they look at you intently.
I never really thought about it that way.
Okay.
Master, I'm just a poor, forgetful servant. I just don't quite remember what I saw.
Yes, I do remember, however. Like I mentioned, black car with no plate. Therefore, say once again the name of the type of vehicle.
Yes, we've okay. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys failed so horribly on your credit rating score.
Yeah, no, fully.
I'm just a simple journalist.
They look at you and they're like, ugh. And then they keep listening to Carl since you gave me that information. Anything else you might tell us?
There was someone that helped us get to our hotel rooms that she bought for us. As of course, Master Brandon. She was very sad for Master Brandon and decided to give him a room for free. He took us there and then he left, so we didn't see him again. I imagine that he might also be missing alongside her.
Her assistant. We spoke with him earlier today. He was at the opera. Was looking for her and did not find her, so he thought he'd find her there. It's quite peculiar. Yes. Yes. So apparently they think that maybe a former lover might have found her. That's what the article had said.
Well, I hope we can find her. This is all the information we have at the moment. If anything else comes up,
Yeah, really.
we'll be sure to come back here.
That's it. That's all we got.
That literally is all I got because nobody decided to talk to her
That's
for the night.
I did for a little bit.
but if you come up with any other information that might
I
be
mean,
like,
principle.
this is actually very useful information. We're excited about this. This should lead to some useful stuff in the future. Yeah, but if you come up with anything else, Monsieur Brandon, just let us know, and we will happily take the information that you give for us. And they give you a card to contact, like the rich person police in Milan.
The rich person police.
They'll respond quickly, more quickly for the more affluent people of the city. And Brandon has proven that he is one of those affluent people now in the city. Yeah, they let you go outside. Just outside the front door, you see the protest with signs reading "Justice for Spinola."
So,
yeah.
We read the paper. That's how we heard that she was missing. Would we have seen anything about this this person that they're protesting about?
Spinola? Yes. Yes, you think back to the paper that you read this morning, and this article comes to mind. The body of an automobile worker, Spinola, was discovered today in a laneway off Via Trezovano in Portobello, not far from the Alfa Romeo factory where he worked. Spinola has been stabbed to death. Police are pursuing inquiries among workers in the area. Spinola was an active unionist and is reported to have been arguing about union matters with other workers in recent days.
Well, I do hope the police read the journal and can make the connection.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm gonna point. Oh, wait, no, we don't have it. We're remembering it. That nondescript black car with no license plate in the picture. Is that just a coincidence? Or would that look familiar to the car that took the lady?
I mean, they can just remove the plate of the car if they stole it and kill the guy.
But it's specifically a black car.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like, I imagine this is the same type of car from then that our opera singer went in. Taran?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, so I am pretty sure that what happened is somebody murdered automobile worker, stole the car, took the plate off, and took our opera singer away. And
Cars didn't
hope
have
police...
color until late 20s. That's bullshit, and you know it. Is it really though? I don't know. Don't make me Google more things.
And I hope the police can be smart enough to make the connection between the two.
Wait, if that's the case, did we ever establish what year it is in the 20s?
1923.
23. Okay, so maybe according to Disco, all cars are black at this point in time.
Shh, they can make the connection. They can make the connection. Leave.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
They talked about it on Donut a couple days ago. All right.
All right. So, great. So, there's people out front. You can speak to them if you want. The people that are the small group of people that are protesting believe that he was killed by fascists. Because he's a unionist, and they believe the fascists are trying to kill him.
That's totally what happened. We should probably jump in on that.
All right.
We should go figure out how we got stabbed.
Probably with
where would you guys like to go next?
So can we look where they said he was found in a laneway? Can we go there?
Yeah, you can go up to the where Spinola was found.
Wait, we're investigating the murder now?
They
Wait. Why are you investigating the murder? I understand we had a connection with this girl, but like we have our own stuff. And, like she was kind to us, but like we barely talked to her. The police are on it. I trust the police. Like
No, we're kind of more interested in. Well, I mean, we probably should have.
We
a look
should-
at her because honestly,
Well, okay, but does the murder get us closer to the mystery of the simulacrum?
yeah.
the other part is that we might also be looking for some lodgings.
I mean, like it didn't seem to me that the opera singer herself had any connection with, well, the stuff that happened in general, unless just the opera singer was part of the Brotherhood of Skin and was just trying to get us to learn about the Brotherhood of Skin, and we all didn't do it somehow. That's what happened. But that's unlikely. Wait, is it even unlikely at this point? I'm not sure. Coincidence is
Everything
happening.
I believe is a lie.
I'm becoming boomer.
Everywhere I look, I see conspiracies.
No, I think we should leave this to police. To be honest, we have to find the simulacra first.
Okay.
And yeah,
What would you like to do then? You're in the city of Milan. It is,
yes, maybe be reminded of how to find the simulacra, our last clue to where the simulacra was. Because I think I wasn't here for when we found out that it was in
What?
Milan. Because I don't remember at all right now. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't remember why we're here at all. I'll be honest. I remember being on the train and we're trying to find the scroll, but then it was like we got the scroll and okay, we're going to Italy. All right.
And we lost the scroll because Fred died.
Way to go, Fred.
Because Fred couldn't hold his head still and not be dominated.
God damn it, Fred.
We're now just playing the dead guy.
So
Hey, you guys better.
following Beto's notes, the second to last paragraph on that one, that's the handout 5 from London. A piece circulated in Paris just after the Great War and sold to someone in Milan.
Okay,
So,
yes.
Just after
We
the
need, to,
Great War in Milan.
we need to find that person. Let's do some book.
did it sell like in an auction or
You don't know.
we don't know. All right, so
You
we
don't
need to see if maybe there's some kind of records of this sale somewhere.
Do you know
maybe
any names? Or just it was sold in Milan, that's it.
You know it was sold to somebody in Milan. That's it. You don't know
No,
what
to someone
for,
from
purpose.
Milan. Not in Milan, was it?
It was sold to somebody in Milan. You don't know what purpose it was sold for. Just that it was sold to somebody here. You don't even know what piece it is.
And I imagine it was sold as an art piece.
I
right?
say we go to the university.
No idea.
Surely, maybe there's someone there that's smarter than us. Might be able to.
They're likely.
Perhaps. Wait. I have an idea. The police thinks Brandon is like super rich. We have the rich police phone number now.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk to them and see if they can find us an auctioneer, because an auctioneer would probably know more about big purchases and selling stuff than I believe anyone at the university.
I like where your brain is at. I'm hear me out. What if we sold our piece of the simulacrum and the translated scroll, and we just wash our hands of the whole thing? We just walk away.
And the campaign right now.
I mean, 2 people are dead already. It might be time to walk away.
I mean, at that point, we would just remake the characters, and like the characters would just be the people who bought the simulacrum.
We are out
Crap off on somebody else. So.
Exactly. Not my problem. Had my share.
Yeah.
I'm good. Wash my hands and walk away.
That's
But yeah, I think maybe doing that of talking to police to get in contact with an auctioneer here would be a good idea.
okay. All right, you go back to the police and you ask about auctioneers then?
Yeah,
No.
I imagine the police has probably had to protect some auctions before.
They look at you kind of mantically. I mean, most of the people in this city are extremely depressed. Like, it just a cloud of depression falls over the city. Even the police, as excited as they were to be,
That's because they have to eat shitty Italian food all the time. Bae.
as excited as they were to speak with Brandon about, him being a fluent person, they look at you kind of confused. You want us to find you an auctioneer in a time where we are looking for the most important star in the history of Milan.
I don't wish for you to find me one. I imagined you would know one, as I imagine people that are rich would be in the auction, and you'd probably have to make the security there as well, or even help in the security of the place.
They look at you and are like, we don't have the energy or the time to assist you with this request.
Could you point us in the direction to where records of those might have been kept? That way you don't have to devote any manpower towards it, and we could maybe still find the information we seek.
He points to the door.
Oh.
Wonderful.
It's
Thank
in
you,
the
Lamar.
road?
He wanted to point somewhere. He
Funny.
pointed to the door.
It's a funny place to keep your documents.
I don't think that's never.
Okay.
All right, so maybe we ignore your dumbass idea and we go to the university.
Okay. So
I guess we're gonna do that now.
you go back to the university, and their library is closed for renovations. You don't have access to those records.
No, right, of course. So
just explain briefly how you want to find that information.
Well, I would
I have an
instead be looking to speak with somebody in the anthropology department. Someone
Or
who
the art
might
department.
have experience working with old artifacts and might have potentially been called on to examine the scrolls or the simulacrum pieces or whatever, right?
Okay.
Somebody
Okay.
in this town has seen it before, so that's as good as any a place to look.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Give me a
I'm ready to roll.
find look.
Spot hidden.
Like,
No, I'm good at that.
give me a quick archaeology.
Archaeology.
What?
Archaeology.
But I'm not the one looking for it, man. I'm trying to get somebody else to do
Give
it.
me an appraise. I apologize. Give me an
Appraise.
Oh,
Okay,
that's not much.
appraise
But
I can do.
hey!
appraise.
Hey, get the shit out of here, man. I passed, not you.
That's better.
Hold on. Aww.
Okay.
You know what? I want
Sad.
a luck
That's so
point.
sad.
You play on the luck point. Okay, that's fine.
But just spend like 5 points to make an extreme success.
Well, why? You're burning a luck for something we're already passing.
So you can get the skill up. So you find the art department with those rolls, no problem. And the art department heads art, yeah. Art department. Because there isn't really an anthropology division. This isn't like universities nowadays where each division has their own stuff. So it's in the art department. And they deal with sculptures. And do you guys explain the simulacrum to all of them?
Sure. I mean, there's only a crazy cult of skin people that want it, and there's no harm from... Actually, there is a alleged cult of devil-worshipping crazy people. So,
Okay.
not believing in all that nonsense, I have no qualms whatsoever talking about our business.
Okay. Okay. So you guys explain the simulacrum to the people there. Two of the more head people kind of confer amongst themselves, and one of the most head senior official just puts her finger out for just a moment. She does speak a little bit of French, so she can translate back and forth. She says something in Italian to her friend, her co-chair, who gets up and leaves the room. She says to you in French, she's never heard of anything of what you're talking about. and you are all acting like crazy people. And she is asking you to leave.
Is there any hint that this is like a, I don't know, like she's just trying to shush us along, or does she seem like she's actually intimidated? Why are we acting like crazy people?
They're explaining a cult of people that are coming after a magical statue that you guys are trying to track down. I assume that's what you told them.
Allegedly. I'm the one explaining, right? So I would present it factually.
No, you wouldn't be the one explaining. Carl would have to be the one explaining because he's the only one who speaks French.
Shit.
Hello.
Way to screw it up, Carl.
Bonjour.
So I assume he has something along the lines of magic and statue pieces.
I speak good French. Excuse me. I speak French as good as I speak English.
Yeah. So you say something along those lines of you're searching for pieces of a magical statue.
Yeah.
That has a cult of people chasing after, like Boomer, or like not Boomer. It's like John was saying, and
Allegedly.
And the woman who is in charge of the division asks you to leave and says they've never heard such nonsense in their entire life.
I wait. There is something that. Well, I apologize.
Wait, they speak French in Italy?
There is one thing I would like to share with you. However, if you allow me, before we leave, it's something that I came across upon my travels. I do not know if you would be interested. I've seen anything of the kind before, any replicas of this sword before. And I'd like to show him the...
Whoa, wait! You just can't whip out a sword in, like, a university, my dude!
I'm an antiquarian. It's my profession. It's pulling out weird stuff in the university.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right.
Once again, John is gonna, as soon as he sees the sword, he's gonna put his hands up in the air and start disappearing into the back. I'm not with them. I don't know them.
Hold on, let me do some narration for you. So you pull out your sword, and
I ask him
doing rolls in the background.
I ask him if I can.
I've been doing rolls in the background. So you pull out your sword by its handle. It's right in front of her, like tip end towards her. You're getting ready to set it down, but you have it you're holding it like a normally you would a sword. And right as you pull it out, the other person comes back with 4 security guards.
Wait. I'm not holding the sword by the handle. I'm holding the sword like you to show someone, which is like one hand in the handle, the other one in the blade, like holding like flat side up so they can see the blade. I'm not going, hey, look here, seize my sword and putting the tip to their face. No, I'm just holding them like
John is going to kneel down and place his hands behind his head.
How would you remove it from the sheath? Because you're holding it in a sheath.
Yes, I would remove the sheath and show them the sheath and then unsheath the sword and then put the sword on top of the sheath. Because you're trying to show everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way,
it's the way to appraise a thing.
You just as you're pulling the sword out of the sheath, laying in front of her, just as you're pulling it out, the police show up. Not the police. The security of the university shows up.
Quick,
and they
Brandon,
see the
show me
sword
money.
pulling it out, and they see everything, and they're like, they jump into action. They're bringing out the batons, and they're coming up to you, and they're surrounding the head artisan, and
I'm looking at him like, please say something. You're clearly seeing that I'm trying to show you something. Please say them to stop.
She's freaked out. You guys have been talking nonsense for a good 20 minutes.
I try to be like, excuse me, I want to show you something, and then she's freaking out.
Yeah, that doesn't sound. Can I show you something? It's my sword.
Nervous to you showing the sword, and she backs away.
Wait, she's nervous. I'm showing the sword as well.
Go away. And they.
I'm so confused.
They leave. They do their best. They like pop you on the hand.
No. If she's backing away, I like if she's scared, I would not even pull it out. Like I would only pull it out if she's like okay with it. I thought she was okay with it. I'm not a maniac. What the?
It didn't help that the sudden influence of new people into the room heightened and increased the anxiety to the level where she's freaking out. So it's more along the lines of she saw the sword and she's like, "That's interesting," and then the police came in and
Can I,
Since
they're focused on Carl waving around the sword like a madman, can I try to walk behind them and exit the room?
No, they're blocking you.
I'm not waving this sword like a madman.
They don't speak French, so they don't know what you're saying to her. But it sounds like a very terse conversation between the two of you as you're both very excited. And
yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Italian. I'm gonna just start mea culpaing my way out to the door. Scusi, mea culpa.
You're gonna join the Italian police and
I'm trying to, and then I'm gonna gesture at him with the sword and make like a scared face, like ah, and then can I go?
Give me a performance.
Oh shit! If I can, as soon as I find it. Oh,
God.
What are you doing?
I didn't expect it to be any of this. I thought it was just a normal conversation, and then turned into me getting beat up the police.
What's a good one? The performance isn't there.
Yeah, performance isn't a thing. Persuade?
Yeah, persuade. Why not?
Hey,
success! You pantomime well enough that they just kind of shove you outside.
All right, and then once I'm behind him, I'm just gonna kind of give a little salute and mouth a good luck, and I'm gonna hoof it. I'm out.
As I'm getting beat up by the police, can I look at the antiquarian and say, "No, can I say, please tell them to stop and explain the situation? Can I try to do a charm on her?"
Sure. Try to charm on her.
God damn it, man. God damn it, man.
Success.
I think they're wrenching my spleen. Please make it stop.
Okay. Success. Now, this is good. You were able to.
Wait. Question. Before we do this.
We stayed with this woman. Did such beautiful and impressive words on her that she says something in Italian to the police or the security who stopped, and they're like, they stop, and then but she's still like, there's I don't know anything about this statue you speak of.
No, you know what?
Non-madness. The sword, it looks like a regular sword. That might be something to take to like an armorer. That's not really a thing here. But
Wait, isn't she an antiquarian?
What?
Isn't she an antiquarian?
She's the director of the art department.
I thought she was an antiquarian. Okay. I was confused.
You're in the art division. That's the department.
Okay.
All antiquities.
Yeah. Okay.
She sees the sword, and it's like it looks like a normal sword. She doesn't know anything about any kind of Sedefkar simulacrum or magic statues or cults.
I am sorry for the confusion. Off game, I legit thought this was an antiquarian that we were talking to. Like the other part of the world were the antiquarians, but okay, we're not. It was not the same person as my job.
She's very taken by you. She's just like, but if you want to talk art later, then we can talk art later, and
we could absolutely do that. However,
no way, she just called the cops on you.
I know, but listen,
good.
It's part of the charm. It's part of the charm. Don't worry. I would like. Do you know anyone that's? There's something else. That whole occult thing is. My colleagues, they are a little bit,
She does point you towards maybe the church might know something about it. There's the cathedral. The people there might know something about it.
I'm going to ask about different
There's a
things
convent
now.
too.
I want her to believe that about the cult stuff is like my friend's ideas. Like I have nothing to do with that cult stuff. I'm gonna put everything in John Everyman's world. Like it's all John's ideas about the cults.
You can say whatever you want, man. I'm already out.
Yeah. No, I know, which is why I'm putting on you. I'm gonna ask her if she can point us towards a auctioneer.
She doesn't know any that would deal in that. The way you described the sale,
in general,
the way you described the sale and all of that, it sounds like to her that it was a private one-on-one sale and not an auction that happened. That's what she's come to the understanding of. Speaking of the pieces of that. So she's under the understanding that it's not actually, it wasn't auctioned off. It was just something that was sold from one to the other.
And I will ask her if she knows any antiquarians proper in this university, or someone that deals with antiques, like stuff like that.
No, but there are antique shops in the city. She doesn't really get out much.
Okay, antique shops. That's good. Is there? Do I know where they are?
They're just in the city. I'm sure you could find some. What you're looking for an appraisal on your sword?
Yes and no. Off-game character. He's trying to find the most weird one of the antique shops. You know, like the oldest antique shops, the most weird stuff, where you probably find like the cursed items, that kind of stuff.
You're looking for stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's not gonna say that, of course, to her, but he's gonna ask like, if there's one that I should avoid, like that is a little weird. If she knows of any of that, a little too weird.
She does. She knows of one that's a little weird. It's on the north side of the city.
Good to know. I will thank her. I will tell that we can meet later for sure, and I'm gonna leave. I'll get and I hope she doesn't realize that I didn't give her my number as I leave.
Okay. She's just kind of happy you're leaving, but also sad. But at the same time, she's just like it doesn't come to her mind until you're.
Call the fucking cops on me. I'm not sad about that. She can screw off. She called the cops on me. She saw me get beat up before I had to ask her to do something.
Yeah, you can't mess with anyone. It's gonna call the 5-0.
Okay. So as you guys, it's about noon, lunchtime. Do you guys want to head back to the hotel for food, or what do you want?
I'm already back at the hotel. Like I'm out.
Okay. All right. So that was the rest of you follow John back to the hotel?
Yeah, I have to go back. I need to put some ice in my platoon hits. So
you hit on your hand when you were reaching for the sword. So your hand's a little sore. As you're seated in the hotel for lunch, you see on one of the tables in the same hotel is this ravishing looking woman. You just hourglass figure, blonde hair. How else would you describe your character, Nami? If you want to go ahead.
Oh God.
What a setup.
I know, what a setup.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. As you described, she's ravishing. She's absolutely beautiful. Bright, bright blue eyes. Not like that natural blue, but it looks slightly unnatural. But she's probably sitting there sipping on a martini, extra dirty, eating an appetizer sampler, whatever they have over there.
Yeah, and so any man who might be of the heterosexual nature, where eyes would automatically be drawn to this beautiful woman is sitting there. And you guys, I'm sure you're having conversations in English at the table. You're eating your lunch at Brandon, John, Moore, Carl. I'm sure you're not speaking any other languages, right?
Nope, definitely not.
Okay, so Evelyn, this is the first English you've heard in Italy since you've been here. You've been here for about a week. Just enjoying the city. This is the Italy is a city of or Italy is a country of arts and beauty as far as singing and production and something well along your means as being an entertainer of sorts. So this is a perfect place for you to work on your craft. And this is the first English you have heard spoken properly, as opposed to like broken English from the random people you find that speak English.
Okay, how far away am I sitting away? Is it like the table next to them?
They're about 20 feet. I mean, you're on one side and they're on the other, but it's a dining room. You can tell they are speaking American English.
Okay, cool. She would probably get up and invite herself at the table with her extra dirty martini, and then set down her appetizer plate, her sampler, I guess, which has like some shrimp or Yeah, wait, we're in Italy. So, whatever Italy serves. And
Ravioli.
then ravioli. And she'd be like, "Well, y'all are the first well-versed English speakers that I've heard ever since being here. What brings y'all out here?" And she's gonna sit down and make herself comfortable.
Yeah, the picture of Evelyn on there is assuming what I assume she looks like in real life. So if you guys see the picture of her down there, that's who just sat at your table.
I'm here for work. What about you?
Well, I am a singer-actresses of sort, and I was just, polishing up my craft and, here to enjoy the music. It is a shame that that woman got killed, murdered, kidnapped.
Huh.
Sorry.
I was about to say murdered. Nobody said she was dead. What do you know?
I don't know anything. I just assume, once somebody gets kidnapped, especially around these, foreign countries, then,
We're in Milan. It's the home of the
foreign to
affluent and
me.
the. Anyway, wait.
Yeah, you probably got a plate of Capizzi skewers, would be my guess. There are tomatoes with a bit of cheese on top and some
Gross.
Ooh, that sounds good.
basil.
It's like a cheeseburger, but without the burger.
It's like baby tomatoes, mozzarella, and a little bit of basil.
It's low-carb cheeseburgers.
Exactly. Without meat or bread. You got it.
Oh. All right. Yeah. She just talk about the kidnapping. So, what are y'all's names? Who? I'm Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you.
I'm John.
Evelyn is going to, get that thing where women do where she puts out, her hands and everything, kind of like I guess kind of shake it.
You know that thing that women do.
You know that thing
Where you
Okay,
shake
I'm
the
trying to
hand, but you don't really shake it. You just kind of hold it for a second.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Charmed, I'm sure.
She's going to do that.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Brandon, are you acting all tough with Evelyn here? Or you just
I'll just be like, yeah, like it's pretty cool to have a lady sit down, come meet us. So we've been kind of duding it up.
I'm sorry.
What have you done?
Slowly trail off and back away.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw off your party or anything like that. That wasn't my intention.
It's okay. It's fine. Welcome.
Thank you. So you said you're here for work?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, what do y'all do?
I'm a journalist. I work for a nationally syndicated paper back in the States.
Oh, I think I've read a couple of your articles, and she's gonna
You don't
really
even know my last name.
She's gonna look up and down. I know how a man speaks.
Oh God. Oh
And
dear.
how he talks in his words. And she's gonna guess, you must be that John Everyman fella.
Yep. That's me.
Okay.
Clearly uncomfortable.
Clearly uncomfortable.
He's like gripping a rosary in his hand.
Well, I saw it by your name tag right there. I'm not actually psychic. I'm just kidding. And then she's gonna look at Carl and be like, you look like you're educated of sorts. What are you doing here? Work as well?
You're muted, Jesse.
Ooh, the silence, huh? I think, he's be right back. Okay, just kidding. He's AFK.
Probably for the best. When Carl talks, we tend to get in all kinds of trouble.
That's That's funny. I guess she'll look at Mr. Moore and be like, is he like, you look like you're in your picture there at a character. You're a mechanic. Would Mr. Moore have like something mechanic-y on the outside of him, or is he just like an average person looking guy? Oh, he's AFK too. Okay.
Damn.
Oh,
So it's just
It's apparently
it's just
just
y'all
us.
two. Okay. I guess they went to the restroom. Never mind.
they went to the restroom. You guys,
Oops.
John's sitting here very uncomfortable, just shifting back and forth.
Oh
And
dear.
Brandon is being a blusterous 18-year-old, very much more.
Just waiting for him to start flexing all his money.
Yeah, he's flexing like crazy.
Can I get bottle service to the table, please?
Hey.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Carl, what is going on?
Carl, this woman has sat down at the table to join you. She heard you speaking.
I come back from the bathroom and see the woman on the table.
Yes, you see this blonde-haired, blue-eyed, magically blue eyes, sitting at the table. She's just finished speaking with John, who looks quite uncomfortable.
Is she speaking in English?
Yes, and Brandon here is I bet, I don't know, he's probably ordering the most expensive shit to impress everyone. I don't know. Does that seem about right there, Brandon? You'd probably be going like crazy shit nuts on the menu.
Well, good afternoon. Yes. I look at John, kind of like, what's going on? Face.
Well, good afternoon, and she's gonna hold out a hand.
Shake her hand.
Okay. We were just talking about what we're doing here in Italy. I'm just trying to brush up on my craft, see what kind of other techniques, what other different techniques that I can apply to my singing and actressing. Um,
Oh,
and they
I
said
see.
that y'all were here for work, and I was just curious as to what you're here for.
Well, it might bore you, but I am a university researcher in my own right. John Everyman here is a journalist. Brandon is a student. But yes, we're here in a study trip more than anything. Trying
No,
to learn
that
more.
doesn't sound boring at all. I'm quite educated myself. I got, some college years underneath me, a degree
Oh,
as well. My mama
that
made
is
sure of that.
that is really good.
Are y'all from? Y'all sound like y'all are from up north. I'm actually from the south. I'm from New Orleans.
Ah, yes. Never been. Heard some things about it. Seems like a nice place. I'm from Portland.
It is beautiful, especially at this time of year. Is it? Wait,
Mhm.
is it? Is it winter? It's winter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's end of February. Actually, beginning.
End of February. Okay, a couple more months actually.
I see. Well, if I may ask, what has driven you to come to Milan to improve your singing?
Well, I had heard that. Well, actually, not heard, but I went to go, watch that opera show of that woman, and apparently she was kidnapped.
Ah, yes. The police are on their track, on the track of the murderer. I do not know if they're going to find it. I do hope for her safety.
Yes, I do too. That would be a shame if that poor girl got, murdered or, worse.
Yes, indeed. Well,
What was the thing that you said that were on the skewers? The name of the thing?
They are called. I had them up a second ago. Sorry.
Gross cheesy tomatoes.
No, not easy tomatoes. Capizzi skewers.
A peasy?
Capizzi skewers.
Kabizi. Okay.
capiche skewers.
She's
There you
gonna. She's just gonna hold one up and be like, "Skewer, I can't eat them
Capri
all."
skewers.
Caprese skewers.
Oh,
They're made of pants.
Yes. What about the caprese skewers?
I was just gonna hold one up and offer one and be like, I can't eat it all. I couldn't possibly.
Cheesy
they're
tomato making me hungry.
yeah, they're baby
know, I'm
cut in half with a piece of basil, and then on top of the basil is a piece of like a small marshmallow-sized piece of mozzarella skewered with a single toothpick.
Mm.
Very fancy looking.
Gross.
Okay.
Just eat a whole ass tomato.
Well, I don't mind it. Thank you very much for the offer.
And then David returns from the bathroom as well, so he's now at the table if you want to interact.
Give your time. I'll give you your time, David. Go for it, man. Do your presentation. I'll talk to them.
Hello, Mr. David. How are you doing?
Hello. Who are you?
I'm Evelyn. It's a pleasure to meet you. I was just over here, at this other table and everything, enjoying my martini. And I heard that, y'all were speaking perfect English, and I have not heard that since I've been here. It's all been all broken up, which, I don't blame them at all. It's just nice to hear your native tongue.
Wait, do you speak Italian?
I do not, unfortunately.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I speak a little bit of French and German. However, I do, she'll pull out a little Italian handbook that, is a
Then-
English to Italian dictionary and back again. She'll be like, I'm kind of learning, but,
Nemi, you had the chance to make a whole new character that spoke
I
Italian.
know, I know. Is it too late?
At the speed that we move, the next place that we'll go, Italian won't be useful. So.
Well, I think this means we need to kill Nemi so we can make a new character now again.
Yeah, try it again.
I
Do
can
it
see
right
that
this
again.
time.
I'm gonna choke on a Capri
Let me just get the
skewer.
sword real quick.
So you guys get to know Evelyn now over the course of your lunch. She, you guys can get to know each other a little bit better, and then you'll have the rest of the afternoon to yourself. And I think this is a good stopping point. We've introduced our new newest member to the team, and
Yeah.
you got some things you got to figure out.
Yeah.
So we'll
And
just
we
stop
even have a
there.
lead for the next session.
Yes.
The
Oh,
cathedral
no.
or the convent.
Yes. So you guys have some options moving forward, and
Antique shop to sell the sword or to investigate
have
it.
to do some improvement rolls now. Is the question.
All right. Well, you heard the lady. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I hope you had fun. If you did, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. It's where we hang out through the week. And even if you aren't a fan of tabletop RPGs, there's a whole lot going on in there. Make sure to check it out. And I will see you next time.